Just restart.
Imagine waking up on a Thursday morning and realizing that today is your Friday. Not because you took time off, not because it's a holiday, but because your workplace actually gives you a 3-day weekend every single week. You're rested, focused, and still getting all your work done, just in 4 days instead of 5. For most of us, that idea sounds almost too good to be true. We've grown up hearing that hard work means long hours, constant busyness, and squeezing our personal lives into whatever time is left over. But what if that traditional model of work isn't actually going to get us the best results anymore? My name is Ricky Borba, and today I'm going to explain why the 4-day work week is not only realistic, but something that should become the new standard for our modern workplaces. My central idea is this: a 4-day work week should be widely adopted because it increases productivity, improves mental health, and strengthens overall company performance. Today I'll be covering 3 topics. The first is why the 5-day work week is outdated and harmful. The second is how a 4-day work week improves productivity and well-being. And the third is real examples of companies successfully using it and why it works. The first point is why the 5-day work week is outdated and harmful. To understand why a 4-day work week works, we first need to look at where the 5-day work week came from and its design in the early 1900s by Henry Ford for factory workers, people whose jobs involve physical labor and repetitive tasks. The system hasn't changed much since then, even though our jobs have changed dramatically. Today, most work is mentally demanding. It involves creativity, problem solving, communication, technology, and constant decision making. But we're still using a schedule built for factory work. As a result, burnout has reached record levels. Surveys show that many employees feel mentally checked out by Wednesday and are just surviving the week by Friday. And when people are burned out, productivity drops, mistakes increase, and job satisfaction goes down. More hours used to mean more output, but today, more hours often means worse output because workers are exhausted. If the old model isn't serving us anymore, what system does lead to better work? That leads us to our second point: how a 4-day work week increases productivity and mental health. Around the world, dozens of companies and even countries have tested a 4-day work week, and the results are surprisingly consistent. In the United Kingdom, 61 companies participated in the largest 4-day work week trial in history. After 6 months, more than 90% of companies kept the schedule permanently. Productivity stayed the same or got better in almost every single one of those companies. Iceland ran a similar trial for thousands of workers, and researchers found that employees were not only more productive, but also healthier and happier. They reported lower stress levels, better sleep, and more energy. Even Microsoft Japan tested it, and the results were shocking: a 40% increase in productivity just by shortening the work week. How is this possible, you might ask? Because when people get time to rest, they come back to work with more focus and they waste less time. Meetings get shorter, communication improves, and creativity skyrockets. This isn't just about doing less work, it's about doing better work in less time. But beyond individual workers, what does this mean for the entire company? Companies benefit more than they risk from a 4-day work week. One of the biggest concerns about a shorter work week is the fear that businesses will lose money or fall behind. But real-world examples show the opposite. Companies that switched to a 4-day work week reported lower turnover, higher morale, easier hiring, and stable and increased revenue. When employees feel valued, rested, they're more loyal and more productive. Companies save money because they don't have to consistently hire and train new employees. And for businesses that worry about customer service coverage, the solution is simple: resting schedules. Not everyone needs to take the same days off. Companies can stay open 5 days a week, while each employee only works 4. The truth is that the 4-way work week isn't risky experiment anymore. It's a proven strategy for both people and organizations. Today, we look at the 5-day work week as outdated and how the 4-day work week boosts productivity, mental health, and real companies are already starting to thrive when they use it. Thank you.
Okay. How long